Good morning or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Frankie, and you're watching Semnestic Games. Today, for this video, we will be going over the classes of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. When you first start off Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, you'll be introduced with the first three main classes: the Fighter class, the Strider class, and the Mage class. Each three of these classes have their own strong points, but I'm going over each individual one so that you can know which one to start off with so you can achieve your end goal. To begin, I'll be starting off with the Fighter class. When you first pick Fighter class, you'll start with 450 health points, 540 stamina, 80 attack, 80 defense, 60 magic attack, and 60 magic defense. This is the lowest magic attack and magic defense of the original three classes. It also grants the lowest stat growth in magic attack and magic defense of all three classes. When you first start leveling up as a fighter, you'll gain 30 health points, 20 stamina points, 4 attack, 3 defense, 2 magic attack, and 2 magic defense for every level under level 10. When you reach above level 10, you will then gain 37 health points, 15 stamina, 4 attack, 4 defense, 2 magic attack, and 1 magic defense. For newcomers to Dragon's Dogma, you're probably wondering, what does this stuff mean? Basically, it means that when you start off as a fighter, you will be gaining less magic defense and less magic attack, leaving you open to spells. If you're looking for a class that's based mainly around defense and to absorb physical blows, the fighter class might be the starting class for you. But what we want to look into is how this class will affect the classes that we pick in our future. A fighter class that wants to go into a sorcerer class, or even a mystic knight or magic archer class, is going to have to go through a lot of sorcerer or mage skill building in order to achieve their goals. This leaves the fighter very little chance when the person wants to go into a higher magic attack. If you want a higher magic attack, you're going to want to go for either a mage class or a strider class. But if you plan on going into the warrior tab of vocations, then you're going to want to start off as a fighter. In the final judgment for a fighter, the fighter is only really good if you want to go into a warrior class later on in Dragon's Dogma. Otherwise, you're probably going to want to start off as Strider or Mage because of their higher skill growth in magic. In Dragon's Dogma, magic is a key feature, having many strong points in it. It is one of the highest attacks in all of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. The next class we're going to be going into is the Strider class. The Strider class starts off with 430 health points, 540 stamina, 70 attack, 70 defense, 70 magic attack, and 70 magic defense. This is the most even class of both classes. When leveling up as a Strider, under level 10, you'll be getting 25 health points, 25 stamina points, 3 attack, 3 defense, 3 magic attack, and 2 magic defense. Above level 10, you'll be gaining 25 health points, 25 stamina points, 3 attack, 3 defense, 3 magic attack, and 2 magic defense. This is identical to the under level 10, making this the most even class of all three classes. Now that we know what the stat gains for the Strider is, let's go into how it will affect our future. When you start off as a Strider, it allows very large motion between any of the classes. Because Strider starts off with high magic attack and high normal attack, you'll be able to go into either the Sorcerer class or the Warrior class. This also allows you to branch off into other classes such as the Mystic Knight class, the Magic Archer class, or the Assassin class. As a Strider, you have many vulnerabilities as well, including lowered health and lowered stamina. The Strider has the lowest stamina gain and the lowest health point gain of all three basic classes. As a final note, you're probably going to want to start off as a Strider. The Strider is good in many areas, and it can help you going into many other classes. The last and final class is the Mage class. The Mage class grants, at the beginning, 410 health, 540 stamina, 60 attack, 60 defense, 80 magic attack, and 80 magic defense. This is the highest class in magic attack and magic defense. This makes it optimal for sorcerers and people who are going into classes that have very high magic attack. Before you go and pick the mage class, you're going to want to keep note of its leveling. You'll gain 22 health points, 20 stamina points, 2 attack, 3 defense, 4 magic attack, and 3 magic defense for every level under level 10. Above level 10, you'll be gaining only 21 health points, 10 stamina points, 2 attack, 1 defense, 4 magic attack, and 4 magic defense. This gives it very, very low defense and very low attack. It also grants very little stamina gain. When you're a mage, you're gaining very little stamina. As a sorcerer, you're going to be using lots and lots of stamina for every single one of your high-end attacks. This makes the mage not even a very reliable class to start off with if you're going into a sorcerer. The high magic defense is helpful, and the magic attack also is useful in cases of being a sorcerer. But in the end, this class mainly boils down to personal preference, whether you'd like to be able to take on higher end monsters and be able to kill them in 1 or 2 attacks, or just being able to cast the spells continuously on bosses that you know you're going to have to cast a lot of spells for. This makes the mage class a very hard class. Out of all 3 basic vocations, you're probably going to want to start off as a strider. It grants good magic defense, high attack, and high defense. This makes it a very even class. It allows you very large wiggle room for classes that you want in the future. In the end, the strider class is probably for you, unless you'd rather go for the mage class or the fighter class, going into more advanced vocations. When going into advanced vocations, such as the ranger, the warrior, or the sorcerer, you're probably going to want to start off as their basic vocation, as they were originally made to make you the best that you can be in those specific areas. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like it, and if you want to know more about classes, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be making more videos on each individual class later on. Thank you for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye!